Just give me half of it. What's up?
No one's gonna have a clue. It's like, what does Leif want half of? What does Leif want half of?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
It's a secret, bro.
Yeah, sexy secret.
Yeah, secret sessions.
secretsessions.org/LL. Anyway, yeah, so if you don't know your characters, you die. Do you know these
Well,
characters?
yeah, I think I know Ogre, kind of, but then it was again that big case of
oh yeah, of course, because you play Shadow of Force, sorry.
theory fighting, and then
As
it's
opposed
like
to real fighting, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to actually dealing with the problems in real
The
time.
match.
Yeah, against
Yeah.
a competent player.
I think that's I think
story.
you said the key word there, real time. In practice mode, you can, over time, slowly, comfortably work things out. In real time, what's to say that someone is even going to bring the move out that you practice?
Exactly.
What's to say that they're not going to mix it up in a very intelligent way? So
yeah, good punish.
Man, I've been doing that since 5.0, and it's been winning me in matches since then, man. You see the kind of stuff. Here's what you'll notice about the way I'm playing. Like, some people will probably see this and think, "Rare, this guy's just playing
crazy,
super 50-50 and reckless," because I don't know the characters well enough. If you see me play Mishimas, for example, because I know those characters well, I really can outspace and move and play them like a decent Tekken player. But when I'm playing characters like this, I have to rely on like Raven's gimmicks
stuff,
and just to hope that it works. Like, watch, you'll see me go ham against these characters.
Well,
like,
that's the thing is bringing it back to Jay. Say for an example, because I've noticed this a couple of times. You know, Ganryu, he's got that like special get up.
When he hits you and does lower the mid.
That's cool, but then you can see sometimes it's preventing him from like waking up.
Yeah, definitely.
Properly.
Yeah, of course. Because he relies on that way too much.
Like, he does stuff. Sometimes he'll like, I don't know. Sometimes it happens by accident with anyone or whatever in any pressure situation. But I've seen him do it like more than a few times. When he's back to the wall and he gets knocked down, he'll back roll towards the wall, which is like no.
It's
no,
big
no.
It's a very big no. Yeah. Right. No, I get what you're saying. I know. Like yesterday, when he was playing Ezzy, that was a big issue he had, which you'll see in the matches. Like, he was just trying all these things and he was trying the mix-ups, and then when the mix-up didn't work, he went for the alternate version of the mix-up.
I've noticed that.
That's the problem.
Which for the mentality for tournament is really good. Is as soon as you hone in on whoever you're playing, like a weakness that they have, you abuse that shit. Like,
but in longer sets, and especially against people that know your character, you're just giving them an opportunity to freshen up.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Like, you do a 50 whatever mix-up you do, and if you're doing it against someone who's good, it's not so much that you're doing the mix-up. It's actually more beneficial for them.
Yeah, you're mixing.
You think you're mixing? Yeah, you're giving them a chance to just clock you more.
Yeah.
If you're playing someone who doesn't know, it's a mix-up.
Yeah.
But repeating a mix-up so often, people just think, okay, well, I remember my options now, and you just let them remember, and it's done. They're just like, okay, I know what to do now. You're finished.
Yeah.
And that really costs you, and that's when you have to space more and try and.
The thing is, the more damage you get from solid gameplay, punishing well, spacing well, the less you have to rely on those gimmicky mix-ups. Yeah,
gimmicky being because you can lose on those mix-ups. Yeah. You can't lose on whiff punishment. If you've punished a whiff, it's not a mix-up. You've done it. If you're outspacing someone, you're not losing there. How can you possibly lose on spacing? If you're defending well and you're punishing moves, it's not a mix-up. You're doing it. When you're just doing a 50-50 and it can be blocked and you can be punished, that's a mix-up because it can hurt you. It can hurt you. Yeah. So I do see your point. That's a very good point, actually. You lose a lot less play.
Because it would be better to, in my opinion anyway, and people may disagree with me, it would be better to have like just a core fundamental game. Like, good punishing, good spacing, good throw breaking, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then to add to it. Yeah. With mix up, like the occasional mix up based.
That is
play.
That's actually something a couple of us were talking about yesterday. A few people agree for sure. That I see the way. I only say this because obviously you watch the Koreans and they are pretty much the most advanced people on Tekken right now.
On Earth.
It's definitely true. And you can see the end game.
Yeah.
You can see, like, at the beginning, when you see it play, when you saw the early Tag 2 matches of Korea, it was just people going ham like mad. You know, it was just crazy.
No.
But then you just start solidifying. And then now it's just to the point where you guys like JDCR and Knee are just extremely solid with a bit of flash on top.
Yeah.
But the foundations are really rock solid. And that is the end game of this game. Like, you want to get to there because you don't see... There aren't anyone when they get to extremely high level who play even more mix-up based than anyone else. It's not like someone's a Tekken God who got there purely by being the sickest mix-up artist of all time. Because it doesn't work. Because this game, and I will bring it back to the maths of it, is that this game is designed to benefit the person who blocks.
Who guesses less.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'll put it this way, when you're taking a mix-up, the winner of the mix-up doesn't get as much for the risk. Like the risk reward, you know what I mean? It's not equal. It's never equal.
No.
The risk is good, as in like sometimes you get a good risk for the reward, but the reward isn't disgusting. There is no real 50. It's not like Marvel mix-ups where if you land that low tap, you're killing a character. You're not getting that. No. And if you get killed, you're losing a lot as well.
Yeah.
And because you can't get low juggled anymore, like you used to be able to, you can just actually stand and not worry and not
about lows. Yeah.
But if your low gets blocked,
you're dead.
You're dead.
I think that every time you mix someone up, you do mix yourself up, and it's in the same way that you said before. You know, you can't play defensively all the time. There's too many characters. You can't guess right all the time. Same with the mix-ups. If every time you throw out a mix-up, you almost guess what your opponent is going to do, unless you're making like a good read.
Right, yeah.
Which can only really be developed from like, you know, a few rounds of solid play.
For sure, yeah. You can't just read someone.
Yeah, so you're not going to be able to guess right all the time. So the more mix-ups you throw out, the more you leave yourself at risk of
you do of the other person understanding you better,
guessing wrong, even though it's offensively.
Which is true. Which is why you won't see. That's why you don't see high-level players going for mix-ups, because they realise because some people are under the impression that the more they play the mix-up game, that the better your mix-up game gets. What people don't realise is that a 50-50, 50% will always be a 50-50. Like mathematically, it's like throwing a coin up. You know, it's like sometimes you might get 3 in a row, but at the end of it, like it always balance out because it is just 2 options. It's the low or the mid.
Yeah.
And good players will realise that when you realise that you have no control over these 2 options, you're just throwing them out there and hoping it'll work. When you realise that, you just realise that it's killing you more than it's killing the other person.
Yeah, that's what I found with ARG's Hell Sweep, innit?
Yeah, of course. Because I mean, it does make sense that you think, it's 50-50.
I use it a lot less than, obviously, because down back 2 is so much better now. Like, I use it a lot less than I used to.
And plus, you see that even though if you do land it, you're hitting low.
Yeah.
If it gets blocked, you're dead. And plus, the reward's not that good for the risk that you're taking. If it gets blocked, you're half bar.
Yeah.
If you land it, you're just getting a few sparks afterwards.
Right.
So you really got to think about the game that way. I mean, for sure, because that is what the game is.
Yeah.
But it does.
And I just think it's so much easier to make those kind of reads after a couple sets of just solid play, as opposed to a couple sets of forcing the other guy into a 50-50 situation all the time.
Yeah, of course. That's for sure.
Like,
I mean, that's honestly what I regret about this match here. Is like I definitely should have waited more. But then I still am kind of out of practice, but I was so out of practice that I knew. I will tell you one thing, that playing this game as much as I have, or as long as I have, I do realise that I know when I'm not going to be able to. It doesn't matter how defensively I would have played. I wouldn't have learned this character. I still would have got out gimmicked. So I knew that I had to go
during the match.
Yeah. As I said, I'm not particularly good at clocking characters during the heat of action. I'm kind of worrying about myself a bit more.
Yeah.
You'll see, like Dinosaurs was particularly good, and Ezzy as well, because they've been playing so much longer than I have.
Yeah. That
they are very good at judging what they have to do and worrying about your character. I'm still kind of like, I'm really trying to worry about what I'm doing against him. You know, as not looking too much at what Jay's doing and stuff.
No, I know what you mean. It's interesting. Especially like Ancient Ogre, because he's got very good punishment. His movement is not all that, and he's got a massive hitbox, so you can clip him from wherever.
He has got very good punishment.
He's got like good punishment. So is that kind of, because obviously one of his main offensive tools is going to be his full crouch mix-ups.
Yeah.
Because he's got filthy lows and he's also got filthy mids. But then I just think it'd be better, instead of approaching the match with, okay, I'm going to go into my full crouch mix-up straight away, I just think it would be better to rely on your punishment more.
Yeah, of course.
And then as the match progresses, then develop.
Well, that's how you have to do it, really.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how on earth are you going to get someone scared of your... Full crouch games are interesting. Any characters with full crouch game, you'll realise that people don't use the full crouch game until they know you're kind of scared of their poking game in the first place.
Until you learn...
Yeah. Because you know how easy it is to just get randomly hop-kicked out of the stuff.
Yeah, man. Until you can put someone, in the condition them, mentally condition them, no, don't hop-kick here, or don't push anything here.
And then you
go, okay, right.
Full crouch stuff.
And then it's not even 50-50 anymore. It's slightly tipped towards you to
your favour, because you've got more options, of course.
Yeah.
But
because you've effectively, for that time anyway, for that one time, that was good. Nice little while standing 2 punish. For that time anyway, you've nullified the risk of being hot kicked. And then obviously that's where the metagame comes in, because the guy's going to be like, right, next time he ducks, I'm just going to hop kick.
And then you're like, yeah.
And then you just stand up, block it, and then do your 12-frame punish or whatever.
That's why that's why good Ana players are very interesting to watch, actually, because Ana's like one of those characters who's always had a full crouch game, and you see the way their mind works. Like, watch any good Ana player, and you'll see that the game revolves around getting them to stop using the full crouch stuff, and then because they're so scared of the full crouch, they'll kind of whiff stuff, and they work from the whiffs. You know, like because that's you don't want to be full crouch mix up, so you just got to wonder when it comes out. So you'll throw a hop kick randomly, they'll be over there somewhere, laughing at you. And it's really psychological, yeah.
It's legit strats, bruv.
Proper legit strats. You know, the sad thing about this match is that Jay actually knew my characters as well.
He knew you.
Not 100% properly, but he knew them better than I knew his characters. It's funny, at the start of the match, he was like, oh yeah, I was like, you know what, Jay, I really don't know your characters, so please forgive me for any bollocks. But he's like, yeah, don't worry, I really don't know yours as well. And I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. And at the end of it, when he wins, he's like, yeah, that's a little secret, man. No, I know your characters, And I was like, I know you do because I was playing you. I just saw you. Like,
you punished everything.
He ducked the stuff. He punished certain moves. Yeah. He didn't know Feng too well, but he did know Raiden pretty well though.
Standing 2 is so good. Got to use that more.
Punishable as fuck though. It might be good.
He rarely gets launched though. You'd be surprised.
I know what you mean.
It's one of them weird.
No one expects it. That's why. Everyone expects twin pistons and whatnot.
And it's got more range than you think it does, and it
tracks both ways as well.
Yeah, it's homing.
It's not a bad move to throw out sometimes, just to get people to like relax.
They do it. You can punish tag crash with it. So you'd backdash and they roll in front of you.
Oh, sorry. So yeah.
And then as they go up, you do while standing too. Yeah. I've seen a lot of mission moves do it.
Very good tactic actually.
Because obviously, like, electric is a bit weird to time, and they can always just duck it.
Yeah, of course. Rising Tombs.
Yep. So you're saying you had more trouble with Ancient Ogre?
Yeah, if I'm telling you, if it was just me and Ganryu, I wouldn't have.
Because I felt with my match with Shadow Force, I actually felt I had more trouble with Ancient Ogre than Lee. But then we'll see in the video, innit? It all just kind of went by in a blur because I was like, what the fuck's going on?
I get what you're saying.
But it was just like I managed to get Violet out, and then Rage Ancient Ogre would come in, and then just the neutralizer, man.
Yeah, that's
the equalizer would just like.
Did you have you ever seen? You've seen some of the Ronnie Black matches, like the guy from the American player who uses Jin
Pachi. Yeah.
The way he plays, that is really he's worked out a very good system. Jin, I mean, his Jin rarely does anything too strong, but then when the Rage Jinpachi comes in, that guy cleans house, but nastily. And I think Ogre's kind of the same guy. He'll come in with the Rage, a couple of hits, and you think, oh my god, I'm dead. Like,
so maybe Jay's been starting. Jay starts Ancient Ogre, doesn't he?
But I think Ganryu is kind of in that same boat. He comes in, he can cause a lot of problems.
And I think Jay's Ganryu is better than his Ancient Ogre. Probably
most people keep their Most people keep their best character second.
No, I go with my best character first.
Well, me too. Raven first, but only because I want a solid player second.
No, I think Kaz is better in Rage than Heihachi.
Oh, you keep him for Rage purposes.
No, actually, he's not. Well, I don't know. You know, they're both kind of crap because they're not like they're not.
No, I honestly think Heihachi's better with Rage because of down back 2 and twin pistons and those kind of hitting moves. Because he hasn't got a down back 2. That's as strong as that. You know what I mean? Down back 2 on Rage hurts a lot.
So why don't I start with Kaz? I think it's because I just expect Kaz to get blown up and then Heihachi.
I don't know. You know, like when I pick Kazuya Devil Jin, when I used to, I would always put Kazuya first actually. Only because it goes back to that thing. I obviously I just realised this. I have a tendency to put my more aggressive character first because Devil Jin was solid, so I'd put him second. I don't like the idea of having a loose character second when the match starts getting a bit more. Because I find people get really loosey-goosey towards the end. Yeah, you can fish out a lot more punishable stuff.
Well, then maybe that's it then. Because I find Kaz easier to punish with. Because his electric on block is much easier to do than Heihachi's.
Forward, down, forward, yeah, of course. Yeah. Not having to do the whole motion. Yeah.
Like if I do Ancient Ogre, for example, Ancient Ogre does back 3. And he does it 10 times to Heihachi, he does it 10 times to Kaz. I'll get it probably 7 times with Kaz and something more like 5, something closer to 5 with Heihachi.
Yeah, then you definitely want to choose Kazuya for sure.
I don't know. It seems to be working so far. I might try it for like a week and see how I feel putting Kaz first.
Yeah.
Because there's no like huge difference aside from the pokes.
I think, well, you say that, but I think it's more of a psychological thing. People really do play different start of the game and end of the game.
Yeah.
Sorry, end of the match. And it depends what you want to do yourself at the end. I find people play madder towards the end, so I prefer my solo character last to get to fish.
Yeah.
Some people might.
And then I think I play more solid with Kaz because there are no other options. With Heihachi, you can just run up to someone and just do down forward 1-1. Kaz, you can't really do that.
That's true. It's true.
Interesting.
Good point. What's going on?
Are you up inside?
I think we went out by accident. I can't remember.
Right. Sing.
Yeah, bad times, man. I can
honestly
say...
have you looked at this matchup?
The minute everyone left my house,
you went straight.
I destroyed. I swear to God, if I had that rematch the next day,
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if the score was another 10-0. I would really knew those characters inside out. Funny, it got to the point where I was dreaming about punishing Ancient Ogre, and I swear that's not a joke. That's not a joke. I mean, now I'm kind of forgetting a little bit more, but I still know them. If I play Ogre now, I'm very confident.
What do you get for like? Well, he doesn't do that much blazing kick, innit? And like
blazing kick is the same like Lee's. Raven gets the knee.
Yeah.
And Feng gets hit. Feng can get forward 4. You know that move, forward 4 is it's like it's a forward kick and on normal hit you get stunned and he goes backwards. He goes into back turn afterwards.
Okay.
You know the thing I use at range to keep your space.
Oh, can you not get the forward 3-4?
No, forward 3 is too slow. Forward 3 is too.
Okay.
But forward 4 is a bit quicker, so you can get that, and you get basically you just get a half bar anyway.
You see those things that is it back 2-1 Ganryu's?
Yeah, back 2-1.
And then he goes into like a mix up.
Yeah.
I think you can step the second hit.
Yeah,
I've heard.
as he was trying to say, a lot of men are saying the same thing. The problem is it's quite hard in battle because you have to align yourself perfectly with the first back 2. So even if he comes in, if you come in from the side or a little bit, and he does back 2, you can sidewalk it by your clip.
Yeah. And then you have to guess.
But with Feng, luckily, because you see Feng's got the hand parry, that thing, he's got new one when he elbows you and you go into the stun. Yeah. So if I see the first one, I can just do that. If you've got any move that's Sabaki's.
Heihachi's forward.
He's got a Sabaki?
Forward. No, not a Sabaki. A forward 3+4 in it. Punch parry.
Oh, see, yeah, you can do that.
Kaz has forward 2.
You can use forward 2.
But then what if down back 2 comes out, bro? Oh my god.
I know, but down back 2 doesn't come out after because it's forward 2-1 is the strength.
Oh, so you want to parry the second?
Yeah, so you block the first one. And my logic behind it is like you do the Sabaki.
If he doesn't,
worst case is he'll block it and you only get a jab punishment. But in his mind, you've already set him up to think, okay, fuck, it's not totally free.
So, but if he doesn't delay it, then you get counter hit by the second one.
No. If he doesn't, because you'll notice it's really slow. Like if you do your Sabaki after 4-2, and he delays it, you'll still clip him. But if he doesn't delay it, you'll Sabaki it and hit him. So if you've got a Sabaki or a parry, no, actually Sabaki's a better. The only reason I say Sabaki's are better because you've actually got a physical hit that'll hit him.
Yeah.
If you parry and he stops, he can probably whiff punish your parry.
No.
But so for instance, forward 2 in that position, you've blocked back 2.
No.
You do your Sabaki, he doesn't do the 1. You've still physically hit him and locked him in place.
Yeah.
So there is no mix-up.
Mm.
If you know what I'm saying, like you've killed his mix-up.
Yeah.
If you do a parry and he stops at forward and he stops at the second hit, he's seen you whiff and he can juggle.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really important in this game to just stop the mix-up, even if you get punished by jabs.
Yeah.
Sabakis are very good in that. Basically, even if your Sabaki's blocked, you've stopped a mix-up. You've stopped that original mix-up.
Yeah.
The only thing you've started another jab mix-up, like he will punish you and then he will start again. Sometimes that's better than dealing with a really hard mix-up, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It just happens that Feng Sabaki is amazing because now he gets that knockdown instantly, and you get a juggle.
It's not on 2 hits though, isn't it?
No, it's just he does like he moves your hand and he elbows you in the stomach.
Okay, which one's the shifting clouds one?
Forward both kicks.
That's
That's just he hits you away.
Yeah.
But now he's got a move where it's 1 and 2, both punches. He moves your hand, elbows you, and you kind of fall over on normal hit on just once. If you Sabaki a punch, sorry, and you get guaranteed pickup. It's insane. It's basically a better version of his counter. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, here's what I've noticed about full crouch mix-ups as well. Not every opportunity, but a lot of people don't do them like when they can, which is weird to say. But say if you've just you've kind of panic crouch jab someone.
Yeah.
That is like a split second where you can employ it.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't do it all the time. But like I've noticed,
people don't do it as much.
Yeah,
as
they don't do it as because obviously I've got full crouch down forward 4 in it.
Yeah, of course.
And
actually, you know what? This is interesting because a lot of people used to before, you know.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Adamski used to play Heihachi, he rinsed that move, but to death. Like he went for it. Like he went for just crouch jab, or he'd run up in your face and just crouch and do the full.
Yeah, Shadow Lord does it
a lot. Yeah.
He'll do get up 3 and then into full crouch down forward 4.
Yeah.
Or like I said, crouch jab into full crouch down forward 4. Is this the last part, by the way?
Yeah, sorry guys, we've only got like 20 seconds left.
Well, yeah. So there you go.
So moral of this story is, if you're gonna
be a nice guy, expect to get boss up.
Yeah. There's that. There's learn your characters properly.
Employ your full crouch mix-ups, but
Victor Von Doom can't play this game. He's shit at this game. And,
to accentuate your solid play, not as a basis for your play entirely. See ya.